As you look at the 2025 season, what's something that you've told yourself, when the season starts, I want to be better at doing this? What would be the this in that statement?
Yeah, I think that, obviously, always trying to, this is a game, constant game of adjustments and trying to find ways to sharpen your craft and come back better the next year. So for me, I think there's some, as far as a pitch package goes, I think there's some things with the sinker that, we're making some adjustments on and we're really excited about. But just beyond that, I think it's just continuing to rely on your routine and find things that have worked for you. And obviously I've been very blessed to have a veteran staff and guys who have done some amazing things in this league. So you're able to kind of pick apart things that you like from each guy's routine. And it's very hard not to get better when you're on a staff like this. So very blessed and very grateful to be able to learn from these guys. So really, really excited to go out there next year.
Now, no one in their right mind, Clarke, wants to be on the IL, but you did spend about 2 months there. Is there anything positive that could be taken from that as you just take a step back and look at everything at maybe a 30,000-foot level and watch the game in a different way? Did you pick up anything just watching for those 2 months?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I think, for me, I'm very much so a glass half full type guy. And I think, I try to look everything in a positive light and everything happens for a reason type of guy. So for me, I try to use that time down to not just like sit around and just rehab my lat and just spend time in New York in the summer. For me, it was a time to better my body and better my mind and being able to watch, like you said, the games from a kind of a bird's eye view and kind of watch how our guys go at guys. And you just learn things from like a pace of play and just things that don't always stand out to you when you're kind of going throughout the season. When you're playing 160 games, some things can kind of get lost in the shuffle. So for me, being able to kind of have a bird's eye view of the game and kind of watch the way our guys went about it in the summer, you definitely learn a lot of things. And so a lot of things that I'm excited to have, in my belt loop for next year and to, be able to attack guys in kind of a different way.
Clarke, I'm curious, and I think Yankees fans are too. We see that positively on almost a nightly basis when you pitch, at least. And, some guys, you see them after a rough outing, they might be beating themselves up on the bench or something like that. You don't tend to do that. You sort of compartmentalize it. Where does that come from?
Yeah, I think, compartmentalize is a great word for that. I grew up in a military family, and my dad always taught me compartmentalization and being able to take all the experiences that you have and be able to put it in little boxes and learn from everything that you have going on. I think, for me, I'm able to kind of, I'm very detached from things. So, I'm experiencing life and I'm experiencing these games. And when I'm out there, I'm obviously very focused and locked in, but, what's done is done. And I'm trying to look at things from a point of view where, how can I be better from this? If I had success on the mound, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and it's just constant game of adjustments. I think I'm far from a finished craft in this game, and I think you can find ways to get better in every aspect of your game and even in life, and whether that's how you treat people and your relationships off the field or how you go about your business. So for me, I try to have fun with my teammates, enjoy myself throughout the season. Obviously, it's a long year, but obviously, I'm trying to find ways to constantly be better.
Clarke, you had a 2.85 earned run average last season, which if you had qualified with enough innings would have been top 5 in the major leagues. In your 16 starts, you averaged about 5 1/3 innings per start. What are some of the things you want to be able to do to allow you to pitch deeper into games?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, pitching deeper into games is probably my #1 goal. And obviously, making 30 starts or, 2 of my goals that are high on my list. But for me, I think being able to induce a little bit more early contact, weak outs. I think obviously, I find that I'll get some swing and miss, and I'm able to get deep in counts. But trying to avoid those foul ball battles and getting a bunch of swing and miss, and trying to induce some early outs in the game to where I can kind of take stress off my body as well. And I think that's another thing that's going to be able to keep me healthy is being able to get some weaker outs and induce contact at a quicker rate.
So real quickly to follow on that, Clarke, how do you do that? You're really good at getting to 2 strike counts early, but it's about avoiding those 5 and 6 pitch at bats. How do you do that moving forward? Because that is going to get you deeper into games.
Yeah, I think for me, it goes back to, that conversation earlier of just continuing to refine the sinker. I think, we feel like we've kind of got it in a really good place so far this offseason with the bullpens and the throwing progression. So really, really excited about it. I think being able to kind of pitch off the package of, obviously, really good breaking ball package, for a few years now. And I've had some adjustments with, the curveball and the sweeper. And, but I think, if you're able to rely on your fastballs with the cutter and the sinker and being able to get quicker outs, I think it makes the game a lot easier, and it takes a lot of stress off my body as well. So, kind of relying on that fastball package of the fastball cutter.